My name is Dustin Bowman. I'm a partner here at Shiriak, Bowman, Anderson, Gill, and Kadashnikov. I grew up in New York, went to college at the University of New Hampshire in Durham, and then went to law school at Hamline University School of Law in Minnesota. Directly after graduating law school, I moved to Taiwan, where I practiced transactional law for 3 years, focusing on multinational corporate transactions. I've been an attorney since 1998, but practicing litigation in New York since 2003. The firm's practice really focuses on the needs of real estate investors, both in Supreme Court and housing court, and negotiation with the lenders mostly. But my personal practice and focus in the firm is the housing court aspect, both for the real estate investor as well as small landlords and tenants. I retain an interest in family law, and so I also handle divorces and family law practice. I also handle the trial and hearings for the firm. So after all the litigation is done in some large foreclosure defense case or a federal case, it's typically my job to do the hearings and trials and bring the case home. Our typical client is our real estate investors who need their rights asserted or protected in various courts in New York State, both in housing court as well as the Supreme Court. There's a two-pronged approach to representing clients. The first approach is to be honest with the client about the possibilities of success and realistic expectations in any case. And that's for two reasons. One is I don't want a client to be upset with me when the case turns out in a way that they don't expect. And the second is so that the client can do an honest cost-benefit analysis of whether or not it's worth it to hire a lawyer at all in order to assert or protect their rights in court. The second prong of that approach is to fight for the client as hard as you can. The most important aspect to help a client make a decision about whether to settle a case or whether to litigate a case is doing a cost-benefit analysis. And so here at Shiriak, Bowman, Anderson, we help the client weigh the costs of litigation, both in monetary costs and costs in agitation and relationships, versus what the expected benefit of litigation might be. And so we help the client make that cost-benefit analysis to make a logical decision about whether to litigate at all, and then after litigation's commenced, whether and when to settle a case. Here at Shiriak, Bowman, Anderson, the client can expect 100% honesty. And the honesty is not only good for the client because the client understands what a potential outcome of a litigation may be, but it's also good for us because then the client won't be disappointed with the potential outcome. Here at Shiriak, Bowman, Anderson, a large part of our practice focuses on protecting cooperatives as well as the proprietary leaseholders in cooperatives. One of the most memorable cases we had was litigation that spanned over 3 years between a sponsor of many units within a cooperative building and the cooperative building itself. We were able to take a situation where the co-op board was on the edge of taking the apartments of the sponsor, and we were able to walk that back through years of litigation in many courts and able to get the sponsor the ability to extricate the value from his apartments as well as preserve the assets. My name is Dustin Bowman, partner here at Shiriak, Bowman, Anderson. You can contact me at dbowman@sbagk.com or 718-263-6800.